You're listening to a 3CR podcast created in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard and weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, every Sunday morning on your 8:55 AM dial. 3CR Community Radio at 9:30 every Sunday morning. And a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We'll kick off with that. Young Campo, welcome.
Happy Father's Day, Ollie.
Seven Trees, how are you, mate?
Good morning, happy Father's Day, everybody.
And the Woodpecker.
Morning, happy Father's Day.
Got on beautiful, boys. And let's hope no one gets a cray pot for Father's Day. We just had a bit of a cray pot joke, but anyway.
Joke of the week.
All right, well, where are we going to start, lads? Well, I suppose we better carry on with the crane update, mate. Because it's...
with the crane incident we had last week, obviously just following on, it's still sort of sitting there doing nothing. It's a bit of
Well, explain which one, because we've heard a couple.
the one in Derrimut, the for fail Fabco.
At the built job.
The fail down at the built job in Derrimut. So yeah, it's still sitting in there. The scene's still under non-disturbance and
in
work
the
safe.
scene of the crime.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's still under non-disturbance. So that means no one can go near it. They're looking at pulling it apart very soon because they've got methodology and swims about how they're going to pull it apart. As you can imagine, this isn't your normal crane dismantle. This is a demolition job. So once they get the swims all written up, it's going to go for a review to WorkSafe. WorkSafe will pull up the non-disturbance, and then they can start setting up, obviously, your geotext for your mobile cranes to go in there, stuff like that, and then it'll just be a slow burn, unfortunately.
When they work out how many blokes they're going to need.
Yeah, stuff like that there. It's going to take a bit of time. This will be week 2, probably, you know what I mean? But it's basically just sat there as an ornament.
So there's no result what actually happened until we get all
nothing's until it comes down, gets inspected and all that there. Nothing will come out about it anytime soon anyway, until it's down.
Okay, and then that was... and last weekend we had some bad weather and we had a bit more crane action, Woodpecker.
Yeah, we did. It was that Friday night where it was really windy.
And rainy.
And rainy and everything. On the Normanby Road, the MaxCon job, they border with a Hamilton Marino job. And the crane was obviously in weather vane. It was swinging around because it was a bit lower than everyone else's, so that one was swinging around a bit more. And...
lucky it was in weather vane.
Yeah. And the chains were left on the hook, and they swung around because it's in such close proximity to the Hamilton Marino job. It hooked onto the Alimac, their guide, where fortunately it was just the guide where the ropes go up and down, the cables. It hooked onto that, ripped that off, and then it ended up coming around and getting caught on the boom. So I was at my son's sports Saturday, so I got down there at about 10 o'clock, 10:15, obviously. MaxCon, we thought they'd all gone home, got the crane all tested, got it all done, so went back out there Tuesday because it was the RDO, had a toolbox, let everyone know what was going on, and the change, at the end of the day, the change shouldn't have been on the hook, for the sake of 5 minutes on a Friday, because they weren't coming in on the Saturday, I don't believe, because the weather was so shit anyway, And, fortunately for Hamilton Reno, they had another Alley Max, so they could use it and they were working. But RigTech went out there on the Monday on the RDO. They were out there for probably 6 hours testing the Alley Mac, and it all got fixed, but it was just pretty lucky, and it was an accident that didn't need to happen,
Yeah, and since then we've set out an alert, reminding everyone that the chain should come off the hooks over the weekends or overnight for that reason.
Yeah.
And these days they have them. I don't know what would you say, jibbed up
Jibbed
more
right up because they're so close
because they're so close to each other and so close to the buildings and all that. And there's more chance of them getting hooked up with the chains on. So we need to get those chains off every night.
Yeah.
It's these small margins that end up causing the bigger disasters, don't they? You know what I mean? When you think about it.
When I went out there, the crane crew, they were shattered in themselves. They knew that it was just an easy fix. It didn't need to happen, and it will never happen again. Definitely not on that job anyway. That's for sure. Because they were shattered in themselves. There was no point beating them up because they'd already done it to themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And talking about Alley Max.
Oh yes, another one.
Woodpecker.
Jeez, it's all been up, man. What is it? The
A5
65A.
Yeah, it's the model, the 65A. I think there's only two of them in Melbourne. They're both on a Mervac job down in Lithgow's. Dave Lithgow's job down in, what street is that? Lorimer Street.
Port Melbourne.
Port Melbourne. They've got, what would you call it? It's a guide that runs up and down.
Guide rollers.
Yeah, and they're nylon. They're like a nylon or a Teflon, sort of hard Teflon plastic. And it keeps sort of chewing out and jumping off the bearing. So that's happened twice. It's been replaced, and now they've changed them to a metal roller, and they're gonna go around and see how that goes. Make sure that doesn't keep happening. But these are the only two, I believe, in Victoria. So they're a new model for Alimac, and they don't really know why this is happening. So we're gonna keep an eye on it. An alert went out to everybody, and we'll keep an eye on it. They think they've rectified the problem, but I guess time will tell.
Oh, okay, so if you're not sure about your Alley Mac, get someone out to have a look at it.
Yeah.
It pays to just go and have a look at them now. Like, there's been an incident. Doesn't take long to get
I'd be going out, getting the logbook out, you should be doing it anyway on your safety walk, so make sure their services are up, because
all the daily checks are done and all that.
Exactly
with the builders' bloody, what do you call them now, deadlines or whatever, that they're the first things that they never get serviced properly, or they're always done out of hours when the poor blokes are working in the dark and stuff. So if they're due a service, just pull them up and they'll come out and service it there and then.
Yeah. And this is the other thing with service and with the cranes and all that, same thing. I mean, some reason we're having trouble. People aren't giving coming out to service these things, but the builders aren't giving them time to service them. So if they haven't serviced your crane or your Alley Mac, stop them.
Yeah, and
that'll get them done.
That should be included in your safety walks, getting the books
right.
out of the crane to
100%.
make sure they're up to service, because a lot of the times that gets missed because it's up in the air, but that should be part of your safety walk every week.
That's right.
And if something does go wrong, the likes of the WorkSafe and that's the first thing they go and look at, is the logbooks and that there, to make sure they're all filled in on your daily checklist. And if you're not doing that,
they come
it's
at you.
easy for them to point blame at the
high risk ticket.
Do you always fill yours in?
all the time, every time.
Fill it in on Monday.
Was it worth reading? Is another story.
Bingo bins.
Oh yeah, good old bingo bins. They never seem to disappoint, do they? They're always. I don't know.
We're going to send them a bill for you standing out there for half a day.
It worked though, didn't it?
We couldn't get onto him. He was too busy.
No, it's too busy.
It worked. Yeah, they
Two
were.
phones.
There's a job just up from the office, a little tiny refurb. It's worth like half a million.
next door,
Half a million's worth nothing, right? And
Is that the one where the car drove through?
Yeah.
no. Well, that's up from where the car drove through. Yeah, that's It's pretty exciting where our office is, isn't it? So yeah, they doing a bin changeover. Normal routine for a building site that most of our members and listeners would see. Obviously, he's dropped the empty off. Then they go and pick up the other one. They drag it, and then as they drag it, they start pulling it on. He's pulled it on, and it's gone on at an angle and slipped off. Only this. Normally, if we were doing this, would be on an enclosed road or on the building site, under traffic controls. Because this is a little small job, he's done it in the middle of Elizabeth Street, and he's blocked the whole of Elizabeth Street. So they sat there for ages, not knowing what to do. He's obviously called his higher ups. Bingo Bins then sent down a high-ab truck that normally lifts the skip bins off.
Remember, this is half an hour show.
Yeah, I know. This is what I'm.
Long version of a short
And
story.
they hooked onto it, and I stood there with another organizer looking at it, and I'm like, "What are you thinking?" They're like, "Oh, we're just going to pick this up," and I'm like, "It won't be good enough for it anyway." It wasn't good enough for it, so they had to go and get a real crane in. They had to go get a
You should have put your shoulder on it. You would have knocked over.
Oh, mate, yeah.
But how funny, looking at the truck, it wasn't funny, but the poor driver, I pulled up and the driver, the whole truck looked like it was nearly about to tip over, and you couldn't save us from unsavoury ground. But the whole thing,
Unsavoury ground.
Unstable ground. It's the middle of River Street, side up. One traffic controller, he was running around going, "What am I going to do?"
Probably full of grey pots too.
And then they had their head of safety, their main safety executive, we could call it, standing down there filming everything they're doing. The guy's on the phone to someone in Sydney telling him how to hook the bin up and then how to fix it. They absolutely no idea.
And he had you two peanuts there. You two peanuts there.
Well, it worked. Yeah,
Old savoury
it worked,
and
didn't
old
it?
crayfish.
No one was killed.
Too fun.
You've done a good job.
You can say what you want about the CFMEU, but
Yeah.
no one was killed. Because there was pedestrians coming past, and she was trying to stop pedestrians, and they didn't have any clue what they were doing. It was a real shambles, like.
All they were missing was the music.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Well, I can hear a lot of snoring going out there.
Yeah.
We better get back on the rails.
All right.
But very, very good report there, young Frank, and thanks to your sidekick, Savoury.
Unsavoury ground. That's a cracker. That's another good one for today.
Yeah, I'm going to write a book.
Cray pot and unsavoury cray pot.
Hamilton Marina. What have we got them down for? Just general whinging or something?
General whinging.
Okay.
Would it be? What are they doing?
I don't know. General whinging.
Yeah. Well, they're not happy.
They're not happy. Sandar Soe.
Sandar Soe. Campo.
We actually we were speaking about it last week. We had an activist, a union activist. She's actually the president of the
The BWI.
BWI
Yeah.
World, and she's just telling us about the issues in is it
Myanmar?
Yeah.
Frank, you give the report, will you?
No. Just
Special comments.
Anyway, she spoke at our office on Thursday night, and was lucky enough. Me and Free Trees were there. It was a very good report, and I tell you what, some of the stuff they're going through there, because they're under a military dictatorship, and like what they're doing what they're doing to the unions over there, and what they're doing to the people is unbelievable. She gave us a story about a bloke. He got 2 years jail for being a union activist or union secretary of a union. He got out. One day they locked him back up for 7 years, and over there, hard time is you're not allowed to write a letter, you're not allowed to contact your family. They don't know where you are. They don't know if they've just taken him out the back or whatever. No one knows. And some of the suffering the people are there going through is ridiculous. Like, she's a political refugee because obviously if you're a unionist or any activist within the people, and she was talking about the way they were resisting and what they've been doing to try and fight back. But they're up against it.
So since the political coup over there, they've had 29,608 total arrests of union activists, and then they've had 7,159 killed by the military
coup. Yeah.
So that we think we're going through tough times. Like just 7,000 of their members killed. Like we think. That's.
I remember. I went to. Where did I go to? I can't remember the name of the bloody place, but a conference with the
What
same,
a great report. Well done, mate.
with the same mob.
excellent.
Well, I've got someone prompting me up, mate. Like, But anyway, I was going to give a report about how hard it was here for the organisers with the new laws about right of entries and all that. And before me, a bloke jumped. Uruguay, that's right. And before me, a bloke gets up and talks about in Brazil or Colombia how bad it was. They had 26 officials killed that year. So I didn't get up. I was too embarrassed. But you think we've got it hard here, but some of the things that go on overseas, just to organise trade unions and get people better conditions and wages, and we complain here about what we've got and how hard it is. It's disgraceful. And that lady, I've heard her talk before. It breaks your heart, doesn't it?
100%.
It was a great turnout last night, and
Well, it was at the union.
It was at the office on Thursday night, and big shout out to Lisa and Maggie.
Yeah.
A lot of the hard work went in.
And
setting up
great
all the
effort,
stuff,
girls.
And all the women, CFMEU women, they all did a great job. And It was, like you said, I remember listening to the Korean Union once, and they were talking about lighting themselves on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Oh, no, shocking. You know, we don't.
we
Anyway.
got.
All right. On that sad note, we'll go to break. You got a little tune for us, young Camper?
Yeah, I do. Shout out to Dean Doran. It was his birthday, his 60th birthday. He was telling me how him and his mum and his dad they always listen to the Concrete Gang. His dad's passed away, DJ Doran, and his mum still listens to it. And
Good on your mum.
The favourite song is
What's her name?
Carol Doran. So she's shout out to Carol. The Pogues, the Wild Rover.
That's for you, Carol.
I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I promise to play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money's all spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Sure, a custom like yours I could get any day. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never.
And there it was. That's for you, Carol. I hope you keep listening. We're sorry to hear about your husband and the Dean. Happy birthday, mate.
Happy birthday.
Keep listening to the Concrete Gang. Good on you. All right.
He's
now.
in Bali at the minute.
He is. I'll tell you what, he'd be a bit red-faced because definitely he had a couple on Saturday night. He was a bit glowy.
And he's not a fan of sunscreen. I know that.
He's got a natural glow.
That Irish blood in him. He's not a fan of sunscreen. He's like myself.
All right, we've got some more sad news too, because the great mate of ours, Buzzer, the great man Buzzer, who used to do the Concrete Gang, he's lost his father. Very sad news. He was pretty sick for a while. His dad's James, or Red Jim, they used to call him. So we've got the details here. So if you'd like to go to the funeral, it is on the Tuesday, the 9th of September at 2 p.m. at Geelong Memorial Crematorium, 42 to 110 Burvilles Road, Burvilles, Burvilles Road, Armstrong Creek. And afterwards to get together at St Mary's Football Club at Latrobe Terrace. That's near the Geelong Footy Club, I'd say. So yeah, so if you'd like to send your condolences off to James, that's where the funeral is, and to Jerry and his family. Sincere send out from the Concrete Gang, mate. You're a good friend of ours. You've been a good comrade. You're on the show for years, and we haven't forgot you. Well, sad news.
Yeah, condolences to the family, mate, and we're all with you, Buzzer.
All right, now what have we got now, boys? We've got Fair Brothers down in Bendigo. Fair Brothers
down in Bendigo. They're doing the Bendigo Hospital, and if you ever dealt with Fair Brothers, they're not the best. They're not real fair when you have a look at some of their jobs.
Fair?
Not fair at all.
Should we get the name changed?
Yeah, so
Unfair brothers.
Shit Brothers.
So we've had a massive amount of issues on the job in relation to the scaffold. Waco's doing. We've got the scaffold there, and there's all boards missing, ties. Apparently the job was shut for a couple of days, just going through all the scaffold issues.
Very unsavoury.
And the whole job was a bit of a mess. And
Or other subbies just going lifting boards off? Or
I think so. All that sort of stuff.
Remember what happened in Sydney?
Yep.
Removing clips and stuff.
Removing pieces of.
Ended up coming down and killing that young fella.
Never mind Sydney, it happened here in Paran.
Oh, on Chapel Street as well, yeah.
And that's what happens when the builder doesn't manage a job properly, because obviously the scaffolds come and build the scaffold, and if it's only a small scaffold, they might not be there for a few days, and
That's
you come
right.
back and someone's moved all the boards and pulled out
It's
clips.
not the boards, it's when they start taking the ties out.
Yeah, ties,
I've
all
got
that
to put a window in. One tie won't matter. Mate's up the next level taking the tie out because he's doing the brickwork, and the other bloke's up the other level putting the window when he's taking the tie out.
Or overloading them. You see them overloading them all the time.
They do, Frank, and that was part of that one too. Was the old brickies labourer was.
Yeah, I remember the job you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the builder put
It was all over
pressure
the
on
road.
him.
Yeah.
And the only thing that saved a lady and a baby in a pusher was the light turn red. So that how lucky that was. I remember getting there just after it happened. Oh, mate, it was scary stuff. She was still
Shaking.
shaking, sitting down crying, you know. Oh, jeez, it was pretty sad. But that's what happens when people just take safety in their own hands. you
And
know?
the builder just push.
Yeah.
They don't actually take it seriously when they think how important the SCAF is. When it's access, it's overhead protection, all this sort
Yeah,
of stuff.
take it for granted.
You know what I mean? And they just think, oh no, we'll just remove that ledger or that tie or this. You know what I mean?
Especially when you walk on the jobs after the renderers have been on there and the brickies, like the scaffold, like it's covered in just.
Won't you say something about like the acid they use on the brick,
Yeah,
whatever?
the acid.
It can chew away at the scaffold.
The acid they use to clean bricks chews at aluminium.
they
So
chew
that's
it.
weakens it
I would
again.
never have thought of that.
Not ideal.
Well, all right. Excuse me. Excuse me. Morwell Training Centre. We opened up a new training unit down Morwell during the week.
Yeah, went down there.
You were there. You got to open of the car door. You would.
Yeah,
you
and
were
then
there.
for a free food.
Yeah.
And
They have nice sandwiches.
went down there. What day was that? Wednesday. Wednesday went
Oh,
down there, opening up.
we're too
Mizzy's
busy.
been working pretty hard on that as well. So it was
Mizzy?
good. Yeah, everyone went down there. They're gonna do a lot of in-house training, and especially for the shutdowns in the what do they got down there?
Yeah, the power
The
plants.
power plants and all that down there. So they'll do the scaffold, they'll do everything all in-house up in Morwell. So they're all
Morwell,
ready to go, which was a good thing. I think it's been a long time coming, but well, I think we've bought the property now. Plumbers are in there as well. They're going to rent some space off us, so it's a good thing, you know. They don't have to travel all the way down here to get the training. They get the proper training from the union for the job. So
Have they got equipment down there to train them up?
yeah, they've got equipment. Yeah, they've got a mobile crane there. They've got scaffold. They've got a scissor and
lift,
all that. Yeah.
Okay.
So might need a bit of a paint job, but it's down there, you know.
It's good to me to start though. That's
Yeah,
the good thing, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll be doing first aid, all that stuff down there as well.
Well, you can't get enough training. I mean, a lot of people have been killed by scissor lifts too.
Exactly right.
Crushed from them.
100%.
Yeah, how many times is that?
That's right.
I've been to a couple.
Another
terrible.
Yeah.
An unforgiving
Maybe.
task, yeah.
Yeah.
Cranes.
Boom lifts, everything.
Even the first, mate, I'd love to know, and you will never know how many people have gone through our training centre and done first aid tickets, and how many people have been saved. Just
Oh,
because
yeah.
of training.
Around the house, not even on the job.
Do,
Yeah.
do you know what I find?
And a
complete-
special shout out to Annie and the gang.
100%.
Do you know what I find completely wild? The fact that you do a scissor lift ticket, it's just a competency thing.
Yep.
You do a boom lift ticket, it's a high risk ticket.
Yeah, I know.
But there is no high risk ticket for a piling rig.
I know.
How is that?
that's-
How is that?
Yeah, that's been going on for years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy,
It's
isn't it?
ridiculous. And there was a bloke killed on a piling rig. If you can't tell me you don't need rigging tickets to put one of those together.
Someone was telling me years ago, maybe about 2 years ago, I think when the one fell at Frankston.
Yeah.
And they were saying about how come this isn't a thing. And one of the
thing.
from the
High risk ticket.
like why isn't this a high risk ticket? And someone from one of the governing bodies says it won't become a ticket until someone from the public dies.
From the public.
That's great.
So we need to start taking tickets.
So
I
don't
actually
worry
think-
about anybody on the job who's already been killed or passed away or get hurt. You know what I mean?
I actually think we've had people in the public die. We've had them fall over off jobs years ago. You know what I mean?
Well, they're definitely affected. That one fell over on the cycle ward at Frankston.
Correct, yeah.
They stand pretty tall. How tall would a
that
piling
one,
ring on
the
average?
head of that was like a mateship
Yeah.
a rig of 2 rigs put together. It was top heavy. It was 6 ton up the top or something.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, moving along. Father's Day, we've already said the Father's Day.
Father's Day,
Happy
yeah.
Father's Day, all the fathers out there. Good on you, boys. Have a good day. Hope you're being looked after by your kids and your wife.
Hopefully the weather is good for everyone.
That's right. We got on the Scallywags, and I've got none. That can't be right.
I've got
Oh,
one.
Campo, you got one?
We got one. You know,
Great fish pot.
and you hear about the media bagging out traffic controllers. We've just had a traffic control company charged after killing a worker. So a traffic controller got killed on the Eastern Freeway in Melbourne. This happened in 2000. And this is how long it takes. This happened in 2023 August, and the company just been charged now for negligence. The company's called MakeSafe. You know,
2 years later.
2 years later, it takes 2 years to charge. Like, for, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not even going to court and going to see what he's got to go through. That's, you know.
And the reality is that nothing will get done about it either. Nothing will get done about it. They'll just go back to using shitty setups and all that there, and someone else will end up
And
getting hurt.
it upsets me and it upsets all us boys. You know, the hard work them traffic controllers do, and you've got no control of a car coming at you at 100 k's.
no,
You know what
100%.
I mean? And who's behind it? You know, so
Because it's cheap though. It's a cheap way of doing it, and there's the right way of doing it, and they always go for the cheap way.
So that one,
So who's that? Who's the Scallywag going to?
we'll give it to the traffic control company, I suppose. Make safe. Traffic management.
Make safe.
Make safe.
Also, you got Fulton Hogan's. I was talking to one of the organisers the other day. Had sacked one of their workers. You know what I mean? There's a few discrepancies about something that had gone on, and there was policies they were meant to follow, and they just decided we're not going to follow any policy. We're just going to sack the worker.
Very unfair.
So yeah, it's very unfair. So yeah, obviously they want to go down that route. Obviously, we'll do what we
Fulton
do best. And that there,
Fulton
Hogan's, mate.
And we've also got Castle. Remember Castle?
Regular.
Oh, Castle, you fronted old Castle last minute.
The
Yeah.
facade mob. They had subbies and ABNers all on different wages, so we had to go down there, and that is getting fixed up now, which was good.
Yeah, it must be a good organiser out there.
Yeah, I don't know what else there. But that's good.
All right, we've got 3 there. Okay, Sookie Lalas. Oh, there's got to be some of them out there. They're always sooking.
I reckon the bloke who was driving the truck for Bingo's bins, he would have been sooking by the end of
He'd
it.
be having a massive sook for sure.
Well, he wasn't sooking as much as the bloke looking after it, I'll tell you.
2 blokes staring at him all day.
We got anyone else?
I think there's always someone we can throw in there.
All right, we'll do that. Looks like you get surprised. So which ones get the Scallywag? Fulton Hogan.
Toby Pinwell.
Pinball.
Well, he's ringing up for a sook.
he'll
That's a
be
slab.
sooking.
That's a slab right there.
There you go. Traffic management.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a slab if I've ever heard of one.
So who we give it to?
Fulton Hogan.
Fulton Hogan.
Yeah,
Fulton Hogan and the Sookie Lala. 2
Fair Brothers. They'll be sooking there.
Fair Brothers.
They love a whinge.
Good work, Camper. All right.
Oh, so before we go, big shout out to Hamish for supplying cups, personalised cups to the concrete gang.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, good on you, mate. Jeez, that's a good
Thanks,
pick-up. Yeah. All right, we'll go in the same old way. Dare to struggle.
Dare to win.
And if you don't fight,
You lose.
And it's good morning from the concrete, and we're going out with...
Bob Marley.
Old pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have.
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.